Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Tuesday wherever you are. We have a special book and I hope you're ready for it. I hope you're ready for Leo, a ghost story. And this one is written by Mac Barnett and illustrations by Christian Robinson. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. And we're reading this one with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you for joining in Story Time. As always, you are much appreciated. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Leo. A ghost story. I hope you are ready. Good morning to you. Please, as always, let me know where you're joining us from and who is joining in with you. Bring your smiles, bring your laughter, and indeed bring your great company. Thank you so much for joining in. Let us see who is with us today. First in the door, good morning to you, Henry and Marietta in Harvard. How are you doing today? They say, hope you're having a great morning. I am having a great morning. It just got even better just now. Thank you so much for sharing in. Good morning to you, Henry. Good morning to you, Marietta, as well. Thank you so much for joining in. Sarah and Nathan, good morning to you, and Amanda West. And you're saying we're so excited for one of our favorite authors and one of our favorite illustrators. Absolutely. Love these two, and we're in for a treat for sure. Thank you so much for sharing your excitement with us. Thank you. Always bringing the energy, Sarah and Nathan. Absolutely appreciate you. Abraham, I have missed you a bit. How are you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining in. And Terry McLeod as well. Good morning to you. And today we are reading Leo, a ghost story by Mac Barnett and Christian Robinson, and of course being read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. I hope you are ready. And good morning to you. How are you doing today? Auntie Pam, how are you? Did tell us about Story, so we get to hear it only from you. Thank you. Great control, Pamela. Thank you so much. I am glad to share it, and absolutely, I hope the kids are ready for it. Kavaya, how are you doing? Brayland, how are you today? And who am I forgetting right now? Please remind me. Oh my goodness, I thought I had these names down. Kavaya and Brayland, good morning to you out in Nakitosh, Louisiana. And please do send me the other name. I am blanking out right now. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I hope you're ready. Thank you for joining in. Please let us know where you are. How are you? How is everything going? I am glad you are here. And yes, indeed, this week we are celebrating all sorts of friendships on Story Time. And I hope you enjoyed the one we read yesterday too. Sometimes we move places and yeah, we just need those people around us to make us feel comfortable and welcome. Chad, yes, Chad. How do I forget Chad? Good morning to you, Chad. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Marietta, you were ahead of me on that one. Chad, thank you so much for reminding me. And of course, Pamela Courtney, I promise you, you will very soon. You won't have to type the names. I will know exactly who's there with you. Chad, good morning to you. A big hug for you because I missed you the first time. All right, Kavaya, and of course, Braylon, good morning to you. I will get it. I will get it. I promise. Oh my goodness. Good morning to you, Ellen Edwards in Chicago. Good to see you here as always. They say we have lots of snow. Well, please give us some. Share some with us here in Auckland. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ellen Edwards. As always, great to see you here, and I hope you're ready for our story today. Right on time. We'll be getting started very, very soon. Thank you, and yeah, I wish you all having a great day where you are and enjoying it. And for the kids, I know with Kavaya, Braylon, and Chad, I know you're together, learning together, so that's awesome. But for those of you that are doing through Zoom or other online platforms, I hope that is going well for you as well. And fingers crossed, hopefully we are back in our schools someday soon. Please remember to stay safe, mask up, follow health guidelines so we can get through this as quickly as possible. Thank you for joining in, and we'll be getting started with our story. I am excited for this one, and this one is called Leo, a Ghost Story. Leo, a Ghost Story, and it is written by Mac Barnett and illustrations by Christian Robinson. And of course, we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. All right, here we go. Ooh. This is Leo. Most people cannot see him. Can you see Leo? But you can. Leo is a ghost. For many years, Leo lived by himself in a house on the edge of the city, reading books and drawing pictures in the dust. Oh, sounds like a great life, doesn't it? Reading books and drawing pictures. I want your life, Leo. One day in spring, a family moved in. Yay, Leo gets a family. Or does he? Leo was glad to have company. On the family's first night, he made them mint tea and honey toast. Leo thought he was being a good host. Uh-oh. But the family saw things differently. Floating tray? Oh my goodness, I would be running away too. They hid in the bathroom and locked the door. "This house is haunted," said the man. "Carrie, I am scared," said the woman. "I hate tea," said the boy. "And I hate ghosts." They did not know that Leo was floating above them, above the tub. He heard everything they said. Oh. The family called in a scientist, a clergyman, and a psychic to get rid of the ghost. But they should have saved their money. Leo knew he was unwanted. He said goodbye to his home and left. Oh. I have been a house ghost all my life, Leo thought. Maybe I would like being a roaming ghost for a while. So Leo roamed. Where did he roam to? Leo saw the city and the people who lived there. nobody saw Leo. The city was not like Leo remembered it. Some places were wonderful. Some places were scary. Everywhere, it was so noisy. How's your city? Is it a quiet city? My city is pretty loud. Leo went to a street corner where his favorite candy store used to be. Now, nothing was there. "Excuse me," he asked the police officer. "Do you know where?" But before he could finish, the officer walked right through him. Oh, clearly couldn't see Leo. There was an afternoon when Leo found himself roaming along a sidewalk covered in drawings. He came across a girl holding chalk in her hand. The girl looked up and stared right at Leo. "I am Jane," she said. "What's your name?" It was so strange to be looked at that at first. That Leo said nothing. Finally, he replied, "I am Leo." Jane nodded. "Leo, do you want to play Knights of the Round Table?" "Yes," Leo said, because he did. "Good," said Jane. "First, you have to be knighted by the king." "Who is the king?" Leo asked. "I am," said Jane. "That's why I'm wearing this crown on my head." Leo looked at her head. He did not see a crown. Still, he knelt down and was knighted on the spot. Sir Leo. Leo and Jane sat at the table. "Sir Leo," said Jane, "meet Sir Rufus, a loyal dog. Don't you think he looks handsome in his armor?" "Yes," said Leo. He bowed at an empty chair. "And Sir Leo," said Jane, "this is Sir Muse, a loyal cat. Don't you find his whiskers wise looking?" "I do," said Leo, and he bowed again. "And finally," said Jane, "this is Sir Squawks." Leo interrupted. "A loyal bird." Jane frowned. "No," she said. "Sir Squawks is a giant hamster." "Oh," said Leo. I am not wearing my glasses." Jane squinted at the chair. "I guess," she said. "Jane," a woman's voice came from another room. "Tell your imaginary friends goodbye and come down to dinner." "Fine," said Jane. She turned to Leo. "My mom doesn't think imaginary friends are worthwhile, but I think you are great." And with that, she stood up and went to the kitchen. Leo felt awful. "She thinks I'm imaginary," he thought. "If I tell her I'm a ghost, I will scare her away." What do you think Leo should do? After dinner, Jane returned to her room and gave Leo a sword. They snuck into a cave, slew a dragon, and stole all his loot. When Leo closed his eyes, he could almost see the gold coins and green scales. After a glorious feast, it was time for bed. Jane gave Leo a pillow and a sheet. "Don't tell Sir Rufus," said Jane, "but you are my best imaginary friend." "Yes," said Leo. He was so happy he couldn't sleep. Oh. Leo went to the living room so he wouldn't wake Jane with his rustling. All night he lay on the floor designing his coat of arms. And so Leo was awake when a sneak thief climbed through the window. Oh no. Halt! Cried Leo. But the thief passed through him on his way to the silverware. Oh my goodness. What can Leo do? Later, Leo would not be able to say where the idea came from. He threw the bedsheet over himself and flew at the thief, who was so frightened he dropped all the salad forks. Leo chased the man into a closet, then slammed the door shut and locked him inside. It was very well done. Yay, Leo, to the rescue. The sound of the door woke Jane, who called the police and roused her mother. A squad car came and hauled the man off to jail. That was that. Phew. Thank you, Leo. Thanks, said Jane. You are welcome, said Leo. I am glad I could help. But Leo, said Jane, if you're my imaginary friend, how did you scare that robber? Leo looked down at the carpet. Jane, I told you a lie. I am a ghost. I said I was your imaginary friend, but I am not. I'm just your real friend. Oh, said Jane. Well, that's even better. And they went to the kitchen to have mint tea and honey toast at midnight. Midnight snack. The end. Thank you for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that story today. Absolutely loved it. That was Leo, a ghost story. And this one is written by Mac Barnett and illustrations by Christian Robinson. Braylon, Chad, and Kivaya, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope it was worth your wait. Thank you so much for joining in. And Auntie Pam, good job holding on to the story, not spoiling it for the kids. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that one. That is a beautiful story indeed. Friendship and of course the power of our words. As you can see, the words that were spoken, whether we mean them or not, at times they can hurt, but they can also build. As we can see the words from Jane there, just saying all the right things that Leo needed to hear, and he knew he had a friend to trust right there. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that story. I certainly did. But we're back again tomorrow with another exciting story. 10:30, same time, we will be here, and tomorrow we'll be reading The Light Within Me. So please join us for that one, The Light Within Me. I promise you it is a good one, and it will encourage you for sure. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Please, as always, let me know where you are and who is joining in with you. And I will keep saying that name, Chad, so I don't forget. Good morning to you. One more time, Braylon, Chad, and Kavaya, thank you so much for joining in. Ellen Edwards with your snow. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you're having yourself some mint tea and honey toast like Leo and Jane were. Thank you so much for joining in today. And of course, Braylon, absolutely. Say this is from your classroom. This is Braylon. Are you reading this from your classroom? Is this your reading area in your classroom? Oh, Braylon, great question. Right now, I'm teaching online. Our classes are all on Zoom. So this is actually my story time set in the house, in the apartment. So yeah, no, this is my class gets to see a different set because I have my chair on a different spot when I'm reading with them. But great question. Great question. Thank you for asking that. And good morning to you. Is it good evening to you? Kakompe out in Zambia. You say here it's at night. Well, thank you so much for joining in. I hope we didn't scare you with Leo the ghost. All right. I hope you do get to go to bed peacefully. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, good evening to you as well. Lorato Chisoma, you say it's only Kondwani joining us tonight. The girls are asleep already. Well, sweet dreams to them. And Kondwani, thank you so much for joining us for story time. I am happy you are here, and I'm glad you are able to join us. And please do tell the girls about the story tomorrow, okay? Henry and Marietta, good morning to you one more time. And he said, we love this story so much. Absolutely beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely love it that you are here with us. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, good morning to you, Angel. How are you doing? And you say, this is Angel from last year. It's so great to see you. Well, I am glad you are here. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it when I see people coming back. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and Ellen Edwards, you say, sweet story. Thanks for making me giggle. Well, Ellen, you make me laugh. You make me smile right here. Thank you so much for sharing that and for joining in Story Time as always. Appreciate you. Terry McLeod Kasweka, you say, great book about friendship. We would love to have a ghost to bring us tea. Have a great day. Thank you. I think I would definitely love a ghost to bring me tea, but I would love to know that they're there. I think the initial one would be a surprise. I might run away too. Well, thank you everybody for joining in Story Time. Absolutely love it that you're here. I wish you a great rest of the day. I hope you enjoyed that story. Please find it at your local library. And of course, do go back and check out and see if you want much more of this from today. You can go ahead and watch it on the Storytime platforms, but please do find it at your local library. And of course, check out the links below on where you can get yourself a personal copy. This was Leo, a ghost story. Mac Barnett and Christian Robinson, the power team right there. But do join us tomorrow. I promise you it is a good one. The Light Within Me. And this one is by Lauren Grabar-Fisher and Devin Hunt. So do join us for that one tomorrow. I promise you it is a good one as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I absolutely enjoyed being here and sharing stories. And please, please, keep recommendations coming so we can read them. We can read your favorite stories right here on Storytime. And also, I can learn all the other stories that I may not know about from you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Have yourselves a beautiful day wherever you are, whether it's snowing, whether it's night, whether it's daytime. Please, please, please stay safe, follow health guidelines, and remember to share the love. Absolutely. Much love from me as always, and I will see you again in the morning. And have yourself a beautiful day. Enjoy the tea, enjoy the honey and toast, whatever it is that you're having. Thank you so much for joining in. Much love. Bye-bye.
It brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start on the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be